Thanks for staying with us. We're back. YK. So before the break, let's take a few comments on social media.
It was YK that I wanted to say.
YK,
I wanted to tell a story about my father. When he was in school, in secondary school, his parents were academics, so they were like
Really him.
And there was his older brother and sister who had gone into university. Then him and his younger brother, was Umbunogo, distinction, everything. Fela was
average.
Very average. So they didn't want him to go abroad. His brother knew he wanted his brother with him, so he applied. They lied to the parents that he's going to medical school. That's how he got to England. But they had enrolled him, the brother had enrolled him in music school, because by then Fela was playing the piano. When he got to the music school, the teacher said, it's only because you have come 6,000 miles away that I'm going to allow you to come into this school.
Wow.
With this result, so that is how he even got into music school, because it was pity. The lecturer took on him, the VC took on him, which kind of journey with this? You are not supposed to be here. But look at it today.
Yeah.
Look at it today.
A legend. Wow.
His intelligence was different. Interpreted Ori. You remember the movie Ori? When the guy came here and was talking about how life sort of sorts you out, basically universe, eventually sorts out. That's for Fela. The result did not want to sort him out, but life led him to where it will lead him.
Take care.
Chuku,
thanks for calling. You're alive.
As a nation, if you didn't do that.
I'm sorry I lost that call.
It comes back to intelligence, right? He was intelligent.
Yes.
Because for you to be a music composer, hey, Mozart, and all of those guys, right? For you to be a kind of music composer, you need a kind of intelligence.
Yes.
For you to create a genre, and for you to go your own way, and generations follow you, because we're talking Afrobeat today, right?
Yes,
hey, where did it start from now? Requires a certain level of genius. And it's important for us as parents to be able to discover that genius in our children.
It's important.
Imagine if you had done medicine.
There'll be no
Afrobeat today.
I'm telling you.
No, I would have killed many people. You'd probably be in jail for killing
He might
He may adjust.
I tried music in just 1 to 3. I took it because I thought we were going to be singing choruses. And the first class, I actually led us to sing. And I took it. When I got, my father was like, music, you did okay. Ow. And then I failed. That's the only course. I failed it every time.
Back.
So I left it in just
Ikechuku is back.
So I know that the level of intelligence required.
Thanks for calling. You're alive.
Maths and English.
Ikechuku. Hello, are you there?
That's what she's saying about technology.
I think I lost it.
So it's not maths and English intelligence you need for music. It's too complex.
No, do you know you need maths?
If you can do it, I'm saying you need something even higher.
Oh, yes.
For you to be able to do it.
So when it comes to intelligence, they have the highest level of intelligence and the lowest level of intelligence. The highest level of intelligence is actually creativity. And that's where my problem is, where we are focusing more on the lowest level of intelligence in this country. We are focusing on rote learning, memorization, regurgitate what you have learned. And that's why we're not creating to solve our problems, because we're not allowing that space for the highest level of intelligence, which is creativity. Now, it was when I started studying psychology, Montessori, that I realized, according to Howard Gardner's theory of intelligence, that for you to be musically intelligent, you are mathematically intelligent. So I suspected a bit when I did statistics in the university. And I got a B in the course. It was easier than writing all those long, because I studied political science, writing all those long stories. And I was asking myself, so now that these numbers are easy for me, I'm not afraid of the numbers. What happened at the time when I was growing up, when I was scared of numbers? So it went down to the way the numbers were taught to me. It was not spoken in my own language, and I lost my interest in mathematics. But when I started doing music and started studying the levels of intelligence, I realized that for you to be musical, because I'm musically intelligent, I'm a writer, singer, and musician, right? For you to be in that, for you to have that intelligence, you are mathematically intelligent. So where's the relationship with me being afraid of math and me being musically intelligent? So we need to, our educational system, I also go back to it, we need to change a lot of things. And it may take us a long time, but we need to be deliberate about churning out people who will create solutions for our country.
Adiola, thanks for calling. You're live. Good morning, Adiola. Okay, let me come to you, Larry.
Technology.
Because there's an important thing I want us to. I really want us.
My father used to say technology.
Larry, there's something I wanted you to focus on, because since you're here, the parents that are watching you, everything we've said, they're almost theoretical, because a lot of parents hear it all the time. Allow your children to be creative, allow this, and then you start to maybe club on basketball, they dump it. Then you don't pay for soccer, they dump it. Then you do karate, then you do ballet, then you do STEM, then every term. Because you are searching for creativity. You don't want to focus on academic. Okay, go and do. And the kids are still, in fact, the kids are getting more confused. So there's an overload of information that parents are getting, but they don't know how to harness or even maneuver it. So you're looking for creativity, but you're frustrating the children. So how do we find a balance in finding this creativity?
All right, I think it's important that parents stop competing with themselves. Our children have become trophies of competition.
My child came first.
And it's important that, parents chill. Your child is not a trophy. Your child is not a subject of competition. Your child is not your second chance.
At life.
Your child is his own entity. So, when you go to your social events, women, right? So one of the subject matter. Wait, now one of the subject matter is my child
just finished.
Is this one? I'm going to pick him up from swimming. Going to Kogi Club for competition. Chill. Parents, chill, and begin to ask yourself, really and truly, why am I a parent? Because if you do not know the purpose of a thing, you would abuse it. Why am I a parent? A parent's purpose is to discover the talent and the potential in your child and to create an enabling environment to harness it so that your child can be independent and interdependent and can be functional in society to add value to society and fulfill its purpose, not your own purpose. Now, when you now redefine that, then you now sit down and say to yourself, okay, what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses? And what exactly is this child's strengths and this child's weaknesses? What are this child's interests and passion? And then you begin to observe the child from when that child is born. And it's important that that child tests several things. You would test soccer, taekwondo, music classes. Let that child learn to fail. Let that child learn to open up their scope of learning and learn many things as you can afford it.
Let me pause you. There's a guy holding on.
Okay.
I think Adiola is back. Thanks for calling, sir. Good morning. Hello, sir. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
Okay. My name is Adiola, calling from Abuja.
Yes, sir. You're live.
I was once a failure in my secondary school, but my failure did not set me back. Instead, it made me to move forward in my education purpose, and I was now a success. I wrote my WAEC and NECO. I was successful in it. I now look at my past failure because that past failure encouraged me to be successful. Secondly, parents need to encourage their children about being successful, having full confidence in themselves, and being victorious in whatever they are doing. Because in my university days, as someone that was a failure, when I got to the university, I was still succeeding. And concerning what people say, skill is very important, because when I was in the university, I am a DJ by profession. I was still learning skill. I was still learning my DJ work, and today, if someone that is a failure before is a graduate of secondary school, a graduate of the university, I'm doing my master's currently. So it's good to encourage the kids that they should be successful, that they should not look at their failure and the sky is their limit. They should encourage them, and God will help everyone.
Amen.
Thank you, Adela.
Amen.
Okay, can I ask a question about adults? Because recently a friend of mine is writing master's exams, and she was like, no, I can't come for an event, I can't go out, I can't do this and that. I have to read. And I was like, why the same pressure on an exam you now bought? You know, some of us wrote the exam because our papa buy form. And we knew that they will ask us that is it your money that you're burning? I said, you paid for your masters. You have businesses that is working for you. You are doing so well. You gross almost 100 million monthly. It be your headache. You're writing exams and you're putting this kind of pressure on yourself. You will fail it and buy the next form, and you can write it 10 times. So what will be the big deal? And she looked at me weirdly. I feel that this pressure doesn't really end with some of us as kids. It goes into our lives, affects every other thing in our lives. We are competitive. We are distrusting of people. Some of us even get to scheming because, I cannot be seen behind. I must be ahead. And she used to laugh at the way, when I have an exam online, the way I relax at it, that she'll be online. If you fail there, you just subscribe for another one. And kindly explain how you deal with it as an adult, what you must do when you are not accountable to another person or yourself.
Honestly, even as adults, the child in us is still active.
True.
So we experience child trauma and child failure and child pressure, and some of us haven't grown up. So it's still that 17-year-old child that is still making that decision inside that lady, right? So you may find that when she was in university, she struggled just to get her BSc or her BA or whatever her results are. She may have struggled. And then, she has always looked at her friends that graduated with this, now gone on to do their master's, some did their PhD. Or she may have succeeded and made money. But she's still looking around and still looking at people that, this person did this, this person did this, this person has this person has this. And this brings us back to parenting, because it is how you are that you begin to treat your children. If you are competitive and you are not content with your own life, then you'll be looking at other people's life to measure where you are and where you should be and where you want your children to be, because you'll be looking at their children. In fact, you'll be looking at where they live. You'll be looking at what car they drive. And then you'll be putting pressure on your husband. Can't we move to Banana? Can't we buy this? This person bought this thing for his wife. Are you a real man? You don't know when you start to put those pressures on yourself. So you have to also, sit down and reflect in life and do an audit and ask yourself, what is driving me? This master's that I'm going to do,
Why?
do I really need it? What is the purpose?
Let me take more calls because we're wrapping up very soon. Francis from Akwa Ibom, you're there. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Can you hear me?
Very clearly. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I just want to thank your guest. One of the things he said that caught my attention is telling parents that their children are not trophy. Very important. Very, very key. They are not trophy. When I say they are not trophy, it's like Manchester United running for Europa League now. That's what most parents want their children to look like. Oh, you need to do this to show my friends that we are up to date. You need to be this so that one of my friends told me the son or the daughter has gone to study medicine. So you have to study medicine and surgery. The other one studied medicine. You add surgery so that it will be more than him. That is not the kind of thing we need. Like he has said, I caught this. Look, identify what that child is good at. Give that child that training that you have identified in the child, not what you have identified for yourself. Because what you have identified for yourself is pride to your friends. Fortunately, unfortunately, he said women, and I heard somebody trying to say why. Because me, I'm in it. My mom made me go to church so that I would be a very serious prayer warrior, because one of my friends used to pray very well. You know, at the point, I was like trying to suit her, even though I was praying, but because I also got to a point where I knew that, no, I was becoming a trophy for her and not my own trophy. And I had to change course along the line. So let parents stop using your children as Champions League trophy, please, so that children can fulfill their dream and walk in the way they ought to walk. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So my brother has 3 sons. The first one decided to study music. I mean, he was teaching all of them music as they were growing up. Now the last 2, they're all
Musically inclined.
all of them play musical instruments. They're all very good, but the last 2, they are not doing music as a profession. Yeah. That one is in university and he's doing business. The last one is the one that, when they ask him what to do, he said he wants to be a model.
A model.
So everyone was like, eh? You don't even want to read at all. So now tell me, in this kind of situation, when your son tells you, I want to be a model, that's not work.
It's work.
You think?
It's work, but...
Explain to the parent, Larry, how it's
work, please.
Naomi Campbell.
No, it's not everybody that's going to be a Naomi Campbell.
At your level, it's work.
Naomi Campbell. And there are many other models.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even in Nigeria.
They are glasses models. Yeah. That is how good looking they are. They are face.
Face models.
Right, they are face models. They are commercial models. They are runway models. They are different kinds of models. Yeah. Right, but what I would say to that child is this, right?
Okay.
Pursue that dream, but also
go to school.
Go to school whilst you're at it, right? Find something in the line of fashion that you can do. Because you see, a lot of times, right, when we have a passion and an interest, it's not specific to a particular thing. So if I have a gift of service, right, I can serve in any organization. And if I open up my mindset, then my opportunities will come, and there will be different opportunities. So I'll say to that child, right, you know, look for something in the entire fashion ecosystem, but pursue your model. But also, you will eat right, you will have to look right, you have to take very good care of yourself, right? And then, you know, we will find how we can create those opportunities.
And out of the 3 of them, he's the dressing.
He knows what he wants.
It's in his body.
See, I have a daughter, Larry. One of my daughters, all through her life, she doesn't like all these extracurricular things. We just kind of force her to do other things. She has never come to me once, Mommy, I want to join this club. Others won't have ideas, but I just have to make her either put her in swimming. Now, so she's done quite a few. We keep changing it. She's at year 6, about to enter secondary school. The final term, she now woke up and said, I want to be a basketballer. And now she wants to start playing basketball. She's crying. And I'm like, first of all, 99th hour, you're about to leave primary school. Can't you wait to enter secondary school? Let us even see if this basketball thing is still. She insisted that I buy her a basketball. I've not bought it, we're still having that conversation. But so my own, as a parent, first of all, you are confused.
How?
She's confused.
No, she just woke up. How?
See, so at last term of year 6.
She's a child. She
last term of year 6, you're waking up. All 3, primary 5 and 4. You need to be basketball.
Mariah, I think she has finally heard what you have been trying to say to her. And there are some people that are late starters and late bloomers, right? So you've been trying to get her to do different things, but she has finally heard you now. And she has taken initiative. I think you need to encourage that initiative. Right? What will a basketball cost you?
Buy it.
It's not basketball uniform. That thing, the jersey, everything.
You buy clothes. You buy clothes for her.
Buy it.
Just buy the basketball clothes. Buy the basketball. Get her a basketball coach.
Yeah.
If she's going to follow that route, she will follow it. If she's going to abandon it like every other thing, she will abandon it. But the important thing is get her a coach. You see, one of the things that sports does, it's not about the sports. It's about helping them develop discipline. Helping them develop routines. helping them identify certain skills that they have outside of the regular skills that they think that they have, giving them confidence in their competency and abilities to do certain things, and creativity as well.
Yes.
So you're going to look at it from a broader perspective. It's not the basketball. It's the initiative she took. It's the interest that she has. And then
The
on
discipline she
you,
will learn.
the things that you can get her to learn. Or get her a coach, and get the coach. If you realize she has certain weaknesses, right? Let the coach use basketball to help sharpen those weaknesses. If she has certain strengths, get the coach to help her highlight and equip and also further develop those
That's why you're
strengths.
the catalyst.
I have two
Well
questions.
done.
In between exams, some people just groom their kids. Like those days, once you buy one, you fail one. You start preparing for the next exam. In between exams, what should parents do to further sharpen their kids for life? Because after exam now, you would live life. You get your first class, but life would happen. And life will continue. Sorry, not happen. If a child picks, like Morai just mentioned now, football today, or basketball today, and tomorrow the same child come and say, no, it's tailoring. The same child tomorrow comes and say, no, now I'm swimming. Is it okay to allow the child, each time they start, to do something rather than think, why do you want to waste your own time? Why I'm asking this question is there's something that I discovered before I started having kids in reading, that anything you want to do, Allah barikas.
Amen.
Because I've seen people who we thought were crazy people use those things we called play and distraction become success
make it in life,
stories, and that's what the world knows them for
for,
today.
yeah.
So how do we do that for our children?
I think every opportunity is an opportunity to learn, to progress, and to grow. Because life in itself is a journey, and it's a progressive journey. The day you stop progressing, the day you stop growing, is the day you start to die. And so you've got to see those interests as opportunities for your child to learn. You see, there are certain skills that playing music will teach you that you will not learn that same way if you did something else. So is it a musical instrument, right? The musical instrument, when you learn a musical instrument or you learn to sing, you are accessing certain cortexes in your brain, right, that you are developing and you are further optimizing. So that one, we have installed that program. That child may not need it until maybe they are 40. When a situation arises and we need the use of that skill. And maybe it is taekwondo or karate, the ability to, go into a competition and learn that it's not everybody that will win. Some people will win, some people will lose. And this is the reality of the duality of life, right? There will always be ups and downs, white and black, winners and failures. That's life, right? And we all have to learn the duality of life. And that's what sports does for you. You go and join swimming. And on your first competition, you realize that you came 10th. And the child will come home crying. Yes. Is it the end of the world? No. That child has suddenly realized that, man, losing is painful. So it's for you as a parent to sit with that child and say, please explain to me why you are crying, so that you can use it to teach that child something very, very critical. Say, I lost, they cheated. Did they cheat? Hey. Explain to me why you think they cheated. What can you do differently? All right, you know what? What can I do to support you to improve yourself? Why even crying? Say, I should have come first. Okay, that child that came first, what do you think that they are doing? Say, well, it's true, Daddy. They have a coach. So my daughter represented Nigeria in swimming when she was 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. And they used to train at Ikoyi Club. And I realized that she had a passion and a gift to swim. You know what I used to do? 6 a.m. every morning, I got an additional coach. And we went to a hotel every morning. I will personally take her to swim. She will finish swimming for 30 minutes and then get dressed. I'll drop her in school. Then she was in the French school. I'll drop her in school. And then in the evening, she will go and join the other students. And the coach in Ikoyi Club will teach her. On Saturday, we will take her to stadium because stadium had the Olympic-sized swimming pool. And she will swim with the local people. So she was training 3 times and in 3 different ways. Of course, when we took her to Germany, gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal, she was winning year in, year out, right? And today, she doesn't swim competitively. Again.
Sometimes you say you cannot leave it like.
But the lessons she has learned, my daughter used to be a bit plump. If you see her now,
Gengele.
oh my
Swimming
God.
is a full body exercise.
It's not even the swimming. It's the fact that one day she just woke up and said to herself, I'm going to lose all this weight. And in 6 to 8 months, she lost all the weight. That mental strength, that ability to say, I'm going to win, I'm going to do this, right? And she did it by herself.
As you were talking, I was
That's a good way to learn.
I was just remembering those people that
perfect way to end the show.
This show has
Parents who
ended.
say to the child, why are you crying? If I beat you, I'll give you a reason to cry.
Unfortunately, that's all we can take. Thank you so much,
don't like
Larry.
to end show.
We thank you.
Okay.
That is all we can take on today's show.
Is he talking, ma?
You are still talking and
Please, have a lovely day. We'll see you tomorrow. Honestly, we need to give a query, YK. Don't let us close this show on time. We'll see
They
you
are still
tomorrow.
talking. They have not ended.
I've ended the show. They refuse to go.
They are enjoying the banter.